guys, welcome back. McKenna here, 1884 Stitchery. Now, let's talk about the big old white elephant. Yes, I'm in a different filming location, very bare, very echoey, but the light is fantastic. So we will do a life update at the end of the video because I have lots of stitching that I want to get to showing you guys. So I feel like I'm doing like a share thing today with the long hair. So we're gonna address everything. If you don't follow me on my personal Instagram page, Stitching and Skulls, I don't have any skulls here yet, go over there, and then make sure you also follow me on 1884 Stitchery, my business page on IG or Facebook. Okay, so it has been way too long. I definitely want to get into, it's like, you hear that from everybody. I want to get into a routine of filming FlossTube videos every 2 weeks, and but I definitely have been getting a lot of stitching in. I just really love skulls, okay? So, God, where to start? Because I got piles, but not like crazy amount of piles or anything like that. So, I meant to go on and scroll through my Instagram to see how many finishes I had for last year. I definitely know it's not anywhere close to finishing numbers that I've been able to reach in the past, which is fine. But maybe for my next video, I'll make a note of that to figure out how many finishes I had for last year. Because now thinking about it, I am sort of interested. But I don't keep record of any of that kind of stuff, or minutes stitched or stitches stitched. I feel like it just, one, I have no interest in keeping track, and I'd rather spend all that time stitching. So yeah, I've never been a tracker kind of person. Let me see what else. Yeah, God, I feel like I'm organized, but I'm not, because I was even gonna like print out cover photos of like maybe cross-stitch designs from 1884 I've released since the last time you guys saw me, but that'll be something for the next video. Okay, a couple weekends ago, or a couple weeks ago, I am so fortunate to have an amazing group of local stitchers here in Phoenix. You guys know who you are. I know you guys watch. They are my cheerleaders. They are my therapists. They are my moms. They are my confidants. They are, I mean, it's like Golden Girls, but there's a group of us, right? And there's something so humbling about being the youngest one out of the group. Yeah, so you guys know who you are. I love you guys to death. So we got together to celebrate kind of a belated Christmas. Some of us live here locally, some kind of come and go, Phoenix to somewhere else. We've done this the last 3 years, 4 years, and got an amazing stitching bag, absolutely gorgeous. And this, I gotta straighten it out, but I don't wanna, maybe it's just wire. Oh, it's just wire, okay. Amazing, sparkly fob. Little blueberries. So, love this. Definitely gonna put a project in it because I'm gonna be showing you guys. Patchwork. I forget what these are called. Corner bags or triangle bags filled with goodies that I still have not taken out of here. Needle minder, stand and protecting his parts. Super cute frog needle minder. And needle threader, some wooden bobbins. So no, that was a great time. It was a good therapy session, and brought food and sat, and it was definitely a day that I needed. So so yeah, I've been stitching a lot since the last time that you guys saw me. So I know I haven't seen you guys, or you guys haven't seen me since I released this. Katarina Catherine. Now I'm even totally blanking on this, and I should know this. So it's a sampler out of a book that was requested that I do something about it. So I did do something about it. It's the hashtag CalSal. And her initials are, I can't see through the paper here. So that's why I call her CalSal. So she is amazing and epic and beautiful and funky and weird. Emily Eclectic Possessions has started it. So this was my 1884 anniversary start celebration to celebrate 5 years. So this is only available through 1884 Stitchery, paper copy, PDF. Join in on the fun. People are doing conversions and fabrics. You'll see what I stitched. I love her. I think that she definitely makes up, you know, the whole piece. So yeah, I think she's amazing. So I just wanted to stitch her, and just half of her, kind of the fun part. So I did her on, it's a 40 count fabric. I didn't do anything crazy with her skin. It's just regular 1/2. But yeah, it makes the charting makes her arms look all weird, but it's her sleeves. There's just no definition. So I know that this was a thrift store frame, like $3-4 from a few years ago. Yeah, so you're gonna get my glare. So yeah, I really love how she turned out. So that can go up finally, because that's been in a drawer, and then it transferred to a tote. So I could be like, oh, I need to show you guys this. I think I finished that, and then I went to this piece. This is fairly recent. Ink circles, assembly required. You guys tagged me on it. Yes, of course I need to stitch this. Duh. So assembly required. I got this Etsy PDF download. This is 36 count Baroque. Picture this plus. So you can see it's gorgeously modeled. I forget what DMC I used, because I didn't do variegated, because you can see here the model is a variegation on the blue, and I like that, but I kind of wanted to do it the other way, with the fabric being modeled and the thread just being very minimal. My one skull that I have, Oscar, he is a grayish color, so I kind of wanted to mimic that with the DMC I picked. So something light, but also, I don't know, I really like how the contrasts, it's not like in your face, it's subtle, but you can see it. So I know I whipped this up in a couple days, sitting in the car doing soccer duty. Not sure how I'll finish that. I was thinking maybe a pillow would be sort of fun. But you can see I got plenty of fabric left to use it for something else. Show you my neighbor. So, not the neighbor here. So I will be using from here on out, either saying here, my place, well, it depends where here is, but I'll be doing all my FlossTube videos at my new place here in the future. But this is part of life update. But I still go to the house, and our neighbors are moving here to Arizona full time. They were going back and forth between Pacific Northwest. She said, you know, we packed up the house. I bought these years ago. I'm not going to do anything with them. These are totally up your alley. I know you will completely appreciate them. So she said she had bought them years ago. Oh my God, is this the receipt for it? Huh, who knows? 3 vintage chicks. It's here in Phoenix. Don't know if she bought anything else, but it's showing that these were $10 each. So, amazing vintage round frames. Round frames are always a yes. Ready to, could I hang? Yeah, well that one has a flat. So, let me show you. So here's this girl. It's definitely a combination of, you know, petite point, petit point. I don't know which way to say that. And then sort of almost like an, totally blanking on sort of the thicker needle point. But yeah, she's super cute. And my neighbor's like, I don't know if you're gonna want to take them out and repurpose the frames or leave them as is. So it's kind of like, and then here's the boy with a dog, but I don't know if he's like a soldier, but it kind of reminded me of the whole Pinky and Blue Boy kind of thing. So yeah. And there is writing on the back, made by, I don't know if it's a seal. Last name is Hinge, Hinge. So I'm gonna have to do some, but yeah, you can see they're definitely old. Probably can't even see the pencil where she signed it. But yeah, I was like, absolutely loved. And then she also had picked up this bag of DMC, but it's like the wool. There might be a couple regular DMCs I can use and pick out of there. So we'll see. I haven't opened up that yet, but yeah. But I told her, I was like, oh, artwork. And I thought in my head, artwork for my new place. These I brought over. I'll explain these again because not cross-stitch related. All right. You want to do a whip parade? I have been totally slacking on watching FlossTube as of late, but I've been slowly getting back into it. That's another thing. I've subscribed to a handful of new people, so I need to write that down to pass those along to you. Next video. So these whip parades are amazing because, you know, you can, I don't mind long videos because guess what? It's called pausing, right? Pausing is this great invention. But I'm pretty good with sitting and stitching and letting it go, and you kind of get to learn after an hour and a half, you know, the stitchers' personalities. So do you feel like, you know, you can sit and stand watching them? Because I know not every floss tuber is for everybody. That's totally chill. And then you kind of get to know, you know, what they like, what they don't like. They're more full coverage, they're smalls, they're cutesy stuff. So, I was like, well, my whip parade won't be hours or even several minutes. So let's just, let's do my whip parade. I have 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So, Stitch Shenanigans 2023. Thinking next year. This year, a little busy. All right. Again, I don't keep track of when I start these things, anything like that. Okay. I don't know which one is on. I bet that is that one. Probably. Okay, this is a, yeah, this is XJU. So this is XJU Design, XJU Design fabric, 36 count linen. I believe this was probably fabric of the month, February for 2022. I'm doing Cinderella sampler, Willow Hill samplings. I am not into Disney. I don't do the whole Disney thing, princesses. But I've always loved the animated cartoon version of Cinderella. So that's what this is. It represents little motifs of the storyline. I think it's really cute. I like how it's spaced out. I am not doing the border. Crazy, I know. DMC thread I am using. Actually, am I using any overdyes? I am not. I'm just using straight up DMC. I feel like maybe I need to put something behind it, but I think, here, let's use the project bag. I think I'm okay. Love the fabric, highly suggested. If any more of this comes through my desk with my purchases, I'm definitely gonna snag it. Oh, you guys are making me get up off the floor. Again, furniture, we'll talk about that. So, because I really want to show. So this is where I'm at. I'm just working from left to right on the pattern. I really like how subtle the colors are on this fabric. Yes, I could have done a lighter where it's sort of, you know, popped more, but I really liked this fabric. And I just realized I totally missed that. Inside this blue filigree thing, there is some sort of design, so I'm gonna have to go back and figure that out. But again, like what everybody says, every motif is like a little finish. Once I got done with Cinderella here, I realized, oh, maybe I should have, you know, stitched her with like a toile or something. But that's okay. Here she is cleaning, more flowers, and then where I left off, I haven't touched this since December, is the start of the carriage, which is the center of the design. So it's the pumpkin. Yeah, first Willow Hill samplings chart I've ever stitched, and I really, really like it. So you can get their shops on Etsy. So that's what I did with this. I bought this a long time ago, and it was just always in my pile. And then I was like, you know what? I want something larger, but has the little motifs. See, I can do like cute and pretty and feminine, and then come over here and do skulls. Okay, we'll keep that one last. My current whip that I have been working on that you guys have not seen. I'll even take it out of the hoop. I started this. This has been basically a monogamous sort of stitch. Baseball practice, soccer practice, stitching here late at night, taking it back to the house. So again, each block is like a finish. And this one had been on my list forever, but yeah, started this in December. This is a 36 count. It's special edition color from Color and Cotton. I actually won this at the New Jersey retreat. I'm doing the DMC conversion. Primitive needle, black sky. This is what it looks like. Out of print, can't get it. Talk to before I get emails of, McKenna, can you get that for us? Girl, I've tried. I tried for 3-4 years talking to the family. One individual tried to get to talk to another individual and never did. Offered a 5-digit number and was told no. So, well, didn't say no, didn't use the word no in the text. So I have it on the back burner as maybe they'll come around. Anyway, that didn't stop me from wanting to start this because I think it's so much fun. Oh, I love it. And this is going to the framers as soon as I get it done. I know I frame a lot of my stuff, but the pieces that I absolutely love, definitely go to the framer. So I am just using the called for DMC conversion that is in the chart. And yeah, absolutely love it. So I finished this 5th block, I guess, yesterday. And I'm working, last night I started working on some of the border of the 6th. So yeah. Hey, not bad for eyeballing it, because I am not a, oh, let's figure out, you know, if I stitch this on a 36 count and the stitch count of this piece is, you know, so many stitches by so many stitches, you know, okay, then the final stitched piece is going to be 9 by 12, and then I need 2 inches, you know, for, which you don't need 2 inches for framing. If they got like 3/4 of an inch, they're good. Okay, let's, you know, corners. I grabbed it, I eyeballed it and said, yeah, that looks like that could fit there. It works, it works. That's like a little over an inch of fabric. That's how, and I just start. Yeah, just get to stitching again. But yeah, no, I love this, and a lot of late nights on it, lots of thinking with this. So this piece, especially as of late, will now kind of be very special to me. So that will be going to the framers. All right, the other piece, with number 3. Actually, I don't know if I talked about this on my live the other day. I go live every once in a while over on 1884 Stitchery on Instagram. And there was a lady on saying that she had purchased it, and every time she sees it, she feels motivated to start. And I was like, oh, maybe if you started, that'll motivate me to do it. Oh, I'm so torn though. I think I just need to sit down, dedicate like 30 minutes to it every day, or at least start with 30 minutes and see if that sort of reignites my like for this. Another year creeps by, ink circles. Very few people have stitched this, and that's what I like about it, because if I have a chart in my stash that I like, but I see a lot of people stitching it, not that I fall out of love with it, but I just get tired of seeing it. So I think that's why I loved this and started on it and went ham on it and then got burnt out. And it's a big piece. But I think, I mean, it's totally my thing. Skulls and syringes and skeletons and eyeballs, and yeah, I mean, it's all kooky, and I know I'll love it if I just freaking finish it. So this is where I'm at. This is 22 count hard hanger in tobacco. Love it. And with 22 count, I do 1/1 because the coverage is absolutely amazing. I love the colors. I love that each block is different, and so that's why I went across. I did the 4, and then I know I purposely went down and did the 2 because then I'm locked in, because I can't finish it like this, like, oh, okay, I'll just cut it out and frame it up. Or I couldn't make it into like a pit, you know, like a drum or anything. So I know that that's why I went down. So I think if I just suck it up, put it in a hoop, start it, do the kind of back border, because they are like, well, chains, kind of chain border. I think that would motivate me if I can do, you know, the border, and then I can start filling in the blocks. So, but that's it. That's all I got for whips. But then also on the video, I was talking about how watching all of these, you know, whip parades and end of year wrap ups and stuff like that, people are, you know, talking about how, I went into, you know, 23 with X amount of whips, and I ended 23 with X amount of whips, and I had this many finishes, and I really want to cut down on my whips. I want to increase my whips. I want a whip, I want more. Now I say that January, whatever today's date is, March, I could be like, F this crap, it's making my OCD go crazy. Maybe I'm more of a monogamous stitcher in a sense. And I know earlier on in my stitching start, I had a number of whips. I mean, I remember I even had a freaking wheel, and I would spin the wheel on my phone and let that dictate what, you know, I was gonna be stitching and working on. But I need to get over the fact, like, they're sitting in a bag, they're not gonna die, you don't need to feed them, you don't need to, you know, you start it, you don't need to have in your mind where you're gonna put it on the wall, what frame you have, you just stitch it at your own pace. It's not a race. I mean, there are lots of things we want to stitch, so it kind of is a race before we die. But gradually work on it, and it will get done eventually. So last night I went through my charts and pulled out 4 patterns that I want to start. And my challenge to myself, when I record again, not months from now, when I record again, is that I have a start on all 4 of these. So I have not picked fabric, I've not sat down with my fabric and figured out, I haven't pulled any threads, just the charts, and I wanted to show you guys. So when I drove to northern Nevada to get, God, was that from this? Or did I just pick this up? No, this was a trip to Reno I made a couple years ago. And this is when Stitch in Time was still open, LNS. If you remember last year, I drove up to the Reno area to pick up the remaining inventory that the shop owner had. But prior to that, I had visited the store a number of times. This is Just Nan Christmas Cheer. Now, I'm not a Christmassy sort of stitcher, but I love the bird, the brightness, the colors. Around the bird it says, I sing good cheer on Christmas Day, in the morning to one and all. I'm not going to be doing the words around it, so I might take out the flowers. I'll just show you. So I might take out the flowers that are in the corner as well, but I definitely want to stitch the bird. I think, and not small, I mean, not on like 40 count or anything, but, and not like Ada, but something sort of larger, because I think she's just gorgeous. But yeah, I just love the color. So this was a Just Nan kit. It comes with the beads, which, are there beads anywhere else besides the corner? There's some beads on these like strands right here. So maybe I'll add those. That could be kind of fun, because I'm not a bead chart person. Like, I'm not doing chatelaines that have beads and stuff. I'm not doing, you know, the pretty ladies with all the beads and stuff. So it'd be like just a nice little change. But yeah, I decided like that could be really cute. Love the colors. Crap ton of colors though. Look at this list. Look at this list. Really? I'm gonna do it in DMC. But really? $777. I bet there's like 2 stitches in that color. I'll report back. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going with this bird thing. Home Sweet Home. This is from The Good Housewife. Before I get the emails, I tried, and it resulted in my phone number being blocked. It wasn't harassing. I was just doing a follow-up phone call. Home Sweet Home. I don't know, it's cute. I can do cute. So yeah. I know I got this in somebody's stash, and it's definitely a scanned copy. How do you know that, McKenna? 1, paper is super thin. 2, on the edge here, there's like a light faded dark mark, like it was inside. Like when you scan something with copies, sometimes you get like that black edge. And then there is this mark right here. It's not pen, it's not pencil. So that's probably also an anomaly from it being scanned. So, because otherwise I would, you know, stitch this and put it up in the store, but no. So Home Sweet Home, but yeah, I like it. I was thinking, I wonder if I have any of like that polka dot fabric in my stash, because I wonder if that would look kind of cute, stitched on polka dot fabric instead of then having to do like those gray floating balls in the background. Nothing wrong with gray floating balls, I'm just saying. Gloriana silks or weeks. Obviously, you know, you can find conversions to weeks to DMC. Conversions are online. Good old Google. But I do like the variegation for like the bird and stuff. So I have not brought my threads over. So I need to do that so then I can sit here with all this space and pull all the weeks. Also from the, is this, I'm trying to think when I got this. This chart was either from when I drove up to Reno, or remember when I got all that inventory from Florida? Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. I do have a lot of these charts, so if you're looking for them, 1884. Emily, did you finish this? Did you start it? I think that's where I was first introduced to this. Obviously I'd have to do the border because the border adds to this whole thing. But anytime I try to get out of a border, sign me up. Again, just like, I don't know, it's kind of a WTF. Love the colors on it. I love the alligator. I don't know what the hell this is. S. Go for, what does it say? It's alligator, that'd be cat. Frog, goat. That's probably the rabbit is by the H, so probably the hare. R is probably raven. O, owl. W is weasel. But oh, S for silly monster. It's written right here. McKenna, just read. So I was trying to figure out what that was, and it says S, silly monster, and then underneath it says for Tom. Tom was my dad's name. It's a sign. Hi, Dad. Is this a sign? I probably will not include the for Tom, but then there's going to be like an open spot, so maybe I'll just like take this little diamond motif and repeat it there. But yeah, silly monster. But yeah, I thought that was just, it's cool. But yeah, she has a lot of these like antique blah blah blah. So if you're looking for them, 207 by 177, 40 count, it's a 10 by 8, weeks and DMC. I would definitely do it in weeks because I think the variegation is what totally, you know, adds to this piece. So that's on my list. This came in a a box of stash that was sent to me. This is from the Witchy Stitcher, and I think this would be my first chart that I've stitched, excuse me, from the Witchy Stitcher. Anatomical Heart, number 13. Now I gotta go on her Etsy. Does she have other anatomical things? And this is number 13 in the series. I showed Ayrton, my youngest, and he was like, that's a yes. I'm just looking through the chart because I haven't opened it. So it's in color, it's in black and white. And then, but I will be doing some changes to it. So here's the Witchy Stitcher. I love that it's in like this, you know, in the cloche. And I kind of even thought doing the cloche, all the black and like étoile, I think would be kind of fun. So you can see these lines here, which I think it's meant to like then look like it's being held up in the cloche, because then it's being, yeah. So I think that that's what, now looking at it, I think that that's what that's for. Not sure if I'll include the word heart and then number 13. If anything, I'll just stitch where it says heart and I'll take that out. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So those are my 4 that I'm gonna start and have progress on to show you guys in my next video. Okay, so that is all stitching. Quick 1884 stuff. Today, I should be receiving, if the post office is truthful and get their shit together, I was expected to receive the new shipment, Valentine's collection from So Pretty Pins. Oh my God, you guys, they are incredible. Make sure you are following So Pretty Pins on Instagram. She shows reels of her whole display or how they're made or the whole process. Absolutely amazing. Amazing craftsmanship and the quality of everything, from the pin to the beads, the packaging process, all of that. So yeah, So Pretty Pins, getting a shipment today. I don't want to wait until next weekend. Today's Friday, so basically a full week before I put them up for sale, because they are Valentine's Day themed. So they will probably be released sometime during the week. So I'm very, aware that people work and have, jobs at hours. So I'm gonna try my best to come up with a good time to release them. I'll probably do like an evening sort of time, make sure people are off on, East Coast, West Coast, stuff like that. So stay tuned, because when I figure that out, I will post on my Instagram when they will be available for purchase, and then I know Sue then will post it as well. So the other day I took charts that were in my inventory and put them into the $2 section. So always check out the $2 section. Always add really fun and cool things. Trying to think what else. I will be attending Nashville again this year. This will be the third year in a row. I am attending to go help out Arlene, Works by ABC. You guys, wait until you see her stuff that she's releasing. Speaking to her every day, and her being very dear friend, the perks, you get to see what designers are working on. And I have some other designer friends that have given me, sneak peeks, and just really great. So that is the end of February, and that's in Franklin, Tennessee. And then, do I have any other trips planned? Cal is on a travel competitive baseball team, and every summer they travel as a team somewhere. So this year they are going to Omaha, Nebraska. I don't remember what the dates were. And got to talking, and it's going to be a lot of, if the four of us went, it's going to be a lot of separation in the sense of like Cal and Joe doing a lot of stuff, and then Ayrton and I kind of doing stuff to sort of stay entertained. And we would be there for close to a week. So, there's going to be games and practices and probably team stuff. And so made the decision that Ayrton and I aren't going to go. We're just going to let Joe and Cal go do it. It'll be cheaper overall with, 2 less people. So I told Ayrton, I said, well, since, Dad and Cal will be gone, I'm not going to just stare at you for a week. You know, we should go do something because it'll be the summer. So he's like, well, like go on our own like travel adventure. And I said, yeah. So he came up with Salt Lake City. I was there in August for the first time. Loved it. I think it's beautiful. You know, he was like, well, you know, I went on Google Maps and I zoomed out to see, you know, places we could drive, and you know, I was doing research on fun things to do in New Mexico, and there wasn't anything that he's like, you know, travel guide Barbie or something. And he's like, you know, been to Colorado, and he's like, but what about, we could go to Utah. So I said, okay. So we're in the early stages, still thinking about it, nothing's set in stone. He's like, we could drive there. And I said, well, it's like 10 hours. And I was like, remember, I'm the one driving, because I can't just like, okay, Ayrton, now you take over. But I said, you know, we'd probably break it up over a couple days. You know, we could veer off and go hit some random ass place. So he is a lot like me. He'll, oh yeah, let's go down that road and see what's there. And oh yeah, let's go check this place out. So that's in the works. But I think that's it in terms of 1884 stuff. I'm working on a new chart that's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, but just, you know, trying to find a rhythm here. So that is all for stitching. So if you want to stick around, I don't know why I'm laughing, and get filled in on my life update, you are more than welcome to keep stitching, grab a hard drink, but let's talk about these here first. So brought over some artwork. This piece was a canvas print, or canvas print. Is it oils on canvas. And I last year when I went to the Dominican Republic with a friend, she purchased it for me. I absolutely fell in love when we walked into the gallery. It was not stretched, so yeah, purchased it, brought it home, and took it to Michael's and got it stretched for like 20 some bucks. It was absolutely amazing. I thought it would be like way more. So I brought her these here, these two. This is more difficult than what you think it is. I guess it's this way. Are diamond paintings from Diamond Art Club. This is Kraken, and this is Lilies and Pearls. I don't know if they're still available or out of stock or whatever. Stitched those, absolutely love them. Wanted to bring them over for easy artwork up on the walls, but did not want to frame them like in a frame because I knew they would be huge frames and really heavy. And I'm renting, so avoiding holes at all costs. So 3M command hooks are my friends. But I showed on IG that, I'll show you because I know some stitchers, getting up off a hard floor, diamond paint as well. So I cut off the, the edge around the diamond painting all the way up to the drills. I just use scissors. Some people use X-Acto knife. These canvases, it was a 2-pack from Walmart for like 11, 12 bucks. So when you frame it up on canvas, you have to make sure you're getting a canvas that is maybe either exactly the page size or larger than it gets fit. Could you just slap it up on the white canvas and call it a day? Absolutely. However, I wanted to paint the canvas. So this is 2 coats of just regular black acrylic dollar store paint that I had around the house. Painted it, nothing fancy. Let it dry. I didn't paint the whole thing black, but like a good chunk, a few inches around all the way up. Then I used Gorilla Glue spray adhesive, did the back of the diamond painting piece. The canvas I sprayed it and attached it, laid it down on the floor, on the hard floor, and just pushed it to flatten it, get out any air pockets. And as you can see, super lightweight. I could probably use, you know, a few command hooks and it'll hold it. And does it even show how like shiny? I mean, Diamond Art Club, the quality of the kits are absolutely amazing. So yeah, I love her. She and I finished, I think pretty recently. This is Kraken, love her. So she has like a ship in her hair with a skull. Her hair is like the tentacles. Again, just black. And I love that these finished diamond paintings fit on the same size canvas. So here though, you can see definitely more of, you know, a left to right space than, you know, top and bottom, but it's not something that's like, you know, in your face obvious. So, and what's fun, you can paint this canvas any color to match whatever diamond painting you're done finished with. So I have those there chilling until I figure out where I want to put them. This is also Diamond Art Club. This is The Secret. And as you can see, so this is the edging. And I cut all the way up to the drill line. So I need to measure what her drill field is and then go and get a canvas for her to fit and paint. But yeah, I think she's gorgeous. And then maybe for one of the bathrooms in here, or I could even put it in the kitchen, a little pop of color. I thought this was cute. This was Craft Ease kit. And again, put it on a canvas and you can pick any color, you know, acrylic color if you have any sort of canvas that is showing. And I definitely plan to do that, use a color, not black, for this one. So, okay. Life update. And I spoke about it I made a post on my Instagram feed because I knew, oh, excuse me, scares me when the other doors close. I knew that I would be posting photos in a new location and would get a lot of comments. So it was kind of like, I'm just gonna make a post and put it out there. And it is what it is. So I am living in an apartment, and first time I've ever lived in an apartment. There was one period of time with my first boyfriend. Him and I lived together an apartment. I think I was there like 3 months, but I went home every day because it was on my way to work when I worked at the animal hospital, the vet hospital. So I would always go home after shift or on break to eat my parents' food, or I did my laundry there. So, and then moved out. But yeah, so I've never lived in an apartment and never lived on my own. We're just being super transparent here today. That's how I am, take it or leave it. So yeah, I never lived on my own. I, went from riding the gravy train with my parents. I lived with my parents till I was like 21, because I commuted to school. They paid for college, paid for car, cell phone, everything. I worked, banked all the money, babysat, banked all that money, and then went to school more than full time at college. So I was playing their game, they were playing my game. But now looking back, it was a big disservice on my part as growing up that I didn't ever live on my own. So I was accepted, so I went for college, I went to Sacramento State University, and we lived outside of Sacramento in Folsom. So I just commuted to school. I was accepted into University of San Francisco. I really wanted to attend their journalism program. Money was not the issue. I was fortunate to grow up where money was never an issue, especially for college. No student loans, no nothing like that. And got the letter, told my parents I was over the moon excited. They didn't even tell me congratulations. And my mom automatically said, well, you're not going there, you've never lived on your own. What if we put all this money and then what? So they didn't even let me fall. They didn't even let me stumble. Umbilical cord was there. So, even if I wanted to go, I couldn't. And, I looked into doing it on my own with student loans. My dad made too much money, didn't qualify for student loans or scholarships. I mean, I guess student loans I could have gotten, but they would have had to, co-sign or however that works. That's a whole other story, though, of the umbilical cord. So yeah, just here at 38, living and doing this whole thing by myself. So, so yeah, I'm living here, and Joe and the boys are still at the house. So yes, Joe and I were separating, and we'll just see, where it goes. There's nothing set in stone. We're not going down a certain path. It was my decision. I had been struggling the last few months with my happiness when it came to marriage and what I want. And we just celebrated 13 years in October. So I decided that, I was trying to figure out things at the house, and yes, I'm at the house a lot alone by myself with the boys being in school, Joe working in his office or being gone. Like, our paths really don't cross all that much. So it's not that I felt bogged down or that I was walking on eggshells in my own house. I felt like I needed to go somewhere separately to just breathe. And that's where I made then the next step to get my own place. So I've been here sleeping a little over a week. I think like 9 or 10 days. It hasn't been anything crazy. Because I got the keys on the 11th. So just taking it day by day, week by week, see how it is. Obviously the boys know. Ayrton's 11 and a half, Cal is 13. Obviously not, you know, happy with the decision. But we've always been very open with them with everything. Obviously we're not, you know, telling them the, you know, nitty gritty or anything like that. And even Ayrton said, well, I just don't understand why you need to move out, because you're here at the house so much by yourself. And so it's like, you're kind of already at the house by yourself. So why do you need to like move your stuff? And I said, look, that's what I was, you know, struggling with. I said, because you guys are at school till 3 o'clock, Dad's doing his own thing, I'm doing my own thing, and a lot of times it's just me and Erwin. And I said, but, you know, think about the times when you're frustrated and, you know, you just need to go outside, right? Or you go take a walk around the neighborhood. You go to the gym to let your frustration out or whatever. And I said, and I told them both, I feel like I need my own walls. I'm only 20 minutes away, 15 minutes from them. So, you know, I'm always on call. Open door policy. They have a set of keys. They can come over whenever. They can spend the night whenever. You know, I'm not looking to replace them or doing anything, you know. And I said, you know, it's like I need a timeout. And I told him, I said, you know, I need a timeout to figure some stuff out, think some things through. And I said, the only thing that is changing is where I work and where I sleep. But you'll see me every day. You know, Joe takes him to school in the morning. He's obviously up way earlier than I am, and have just gotten on this schedule that he takes them to school. And then, you know, a lot of the time he picks them up from school. And so we've, you know, gotten into this thing that I'm picking them up from school, because that gives me plenty of time to work. Over here, I'm doing 1884 stuff in the morning. And then I go over and hang out, and then figure out if I'm on, you know, soccer duty for the evening, baseball duty for the evening, help with dinner, start dinner, load of laundry needs to be folded, dishes need to be put away or loaded in the dishwasher. So, you know, and then get settled for the evening, and I come back here, because a lot of times they put on a movie or a show, and I'm banished to my office at the house to either stitch or work. So that's usually the time then when I leave to come over here. But I think we've gotten, you know, all four of us have gone into a really good routine, a weekend. And I feel happy about my decision. I don't regret it. I think it was something definitely I needed, and there's nothing wrong with being selfish. So yes, but I want to take a moment and thank everyone who has reached out to me, private messages, emails, giving me their support with this, you know, next chapter in my life, and wishing, you know, myself well and Joe and the boys. And I don't want to get, you know, wrong that, you know, Joe did something. Joe is absolutely incredible and continues to be an incredible husband and father and supporter. You know, he could have easily said, I'm not helping you with any of this process. You know, I definitely had questions, never have filled out, you know, apartment anything and know the words or any, you know, the verbiage. He went looking with me one day. He could have said, F you, figure out how to get your mattress up, you know, 3 flights of stairs and up on the 3rd floor, top floor. He's brought over some heavy pieces of, you know, bed frame and piece of furniture for my office, and this rug is from the warehouse at the house. So, but he didn't. So that even speaks more volume on what kind of person Joe is. So, but love him to death. Still, he's amazing. That's all I can say. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate the words and the conversations with many of you, and you guys know I'm very transparent, either on my social media or here. You know, I've shared the journey with, you know, my dad's cancer and death journey, and with Wally and whatever other drama. So, you know, we'll see where this takes me. So this is my apartment. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 840 square feet. It's a big difference from 4,000 square feet, but it's cute, it's cozy, I like it, it's different, it's just me. I did not bring Erwin. That's been a tough thing, because I'm used to him hanging out with me all day, and having someone to talk to. Because yes, we talk to our pets, okay? Like, they're gonna open up their mouths and talk to us back. But I decided that, you know, he gets more attention at the house, he has more space at the house, he's more comfortable there, and I give extra loves to him when I go home and see him. So, front door, closet, I have washer dryer in here, kitchen, and then if you go down this hallway, there is a full bathroom and my office, which I will do an office tour in my next video. And then this is like the main living area. My bedroom in here, bathroom, walk-in closet, windows. And then here is where I'm sitting in front of is huge window, balcony, and yes, my view is the freeway. So definitely, you know, white noise, that's probably being picked up on the video. I'm a city girl though, so there's almost something very homey about it. It's white noise, so there's something kind of nice listening to it. So yeah, no, I like it. It's my little space, and got a lot of wall space. I need to just buy stock, or maybe you should just buy stock in 3M hooks, because I'm avoiding nails in the wall for right now. I did put up 3 pieces though of stitching, so I'm just gonna bring you guys and show you. So this is the wall heading, you know, bathroom, wall, kitchen. I even put some stitching in the kitchen. So this wall here, these are 3 pieces that I brought over from my office. 3M hooks, thank you. Not sponsored, but maybe I should. I felt like these 3 really go together really, really well. So I didn't stitch any of them. Light stitching on this one. So Elizabeth Sheffield, so if you're interested and want to Google, this is Elizabeth Sheffield. Mary Tinglehorst, this is available on 1884. This is a Sheepish Antiques chart. Actually, I'll bring you guys a little. And then Abigail Brown. These 2, Elizabeth and Mary, were from a deceased stitcher stash that I had acquired, and they were in the stash. Absolutely amazing pieces. Cat hair. And went and got them framed up because they're just absolute stunners, and I think they just complement each other real well. Abigail Brown, another stitcher's stash, and I had to finish some of the border coming down, some flowers, and I think like one of these pots, I forget how much, and that was it. That was all that was left. So again, took that in to get, let's see, another light. Oh, should put that one on. So yeah, I really love how those go together and look. So those were my first pieces of needlework that I put up here. And then in the kitchen here in the corner, oh, I didn't show this piece. This was, I think I did this in in October, November. Anyway, I did this last year. I know I showed you guys, but I never showed you my final thrift store frame for the win. And then this is how she turned out, but I absolutely love her. So I love that my little stool corner in the kitchen. And then my office is down there, but I will do a sort of walkthrough of that in my next video with some other stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much, and thanks for watching. I know that this is a long one, but definitely well overdue. And I look forward to starting those 4 new pieces, and excited to show you guys progress on them. And definitely want to get into a schedule, because I do you know, come back to my place in the evening and do dinner and do what I need to, and then I don't have any furniture here yet. I'm being very conservative on what I bring into the apartment. I don't have my stitching chair from my office. I'm gonna see if Joe can manhandle it up 3 flights of stairs. No elevators, but my legs and my ass are getting in shape like nobody's business being up on the 3rd floor. It was a choice. I didn't want to have upstairs neighbors. I'm on a corner unit, so the only wall that I share with any sort of neighbor is a kitchen wall and my office wall. This wall is the stairwell. So, and I wanted a balcony and a view with natural light, and so this was absolutely perfect. But yeah, I want to come out here and be stitchy, because right now all the stitching that I do is in my bed, and I don't know, I'm not liking that. I want to be in a chair and be sitting up a little more, and I brought my lamp over from my office, so I plan on, you know, getting some sort of wall unit here to display. I want to bring my skulls over and some other stuff. So, you know, I want to be out here stitching and not in my bedroom. So, little by little. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate, again, all the support and love that each and every one of you guys has shown me. And I can't wait to be back. I hope you guys have a great weekend or whenever you're watching this, and you guys will see me soon.